Spirit, help me get through this. I see the signs that I've noticed to start recognizing in this thing. You need to get me through. And I get through. Or I don't. Got to go ask forgiveness. However that storyline in that chapter of the book we're writing works out. But he says they're not difficult to obey. Well, if you were mad at your parents, wasn't it difficult to go clean your room or do whatever their orders were at that moment? Because you were mad at them. You didn't want to go do what they told you. If you're upset with your boss and they give you something, or give you a project to do. But if we're doing what he's talked about in the first few verses, and we love the Father and we understand the Father's never going to get us to do anything that is going to be contrary to what he wants the best for us, even though we may not understand it at that moment. We take our time. Holy Spirit, just don't feel it right now. But I'm taking that step because I see the promised land. You told the priest if they put their big toe in that water, it would part so they could walk on dry ground. So I am going to put my big toe in the water. I don't have the right attitude. I'm really not going to enjoy this. But right now I'm not feeling what you want me to do. But I'm putting my toe in the water so that you can start opening up doors and parting the sea so I can walk on dry ground. And as we start moving, doors start opening, your attitude starts changing. The best example I got of that is when we painted this room. I hate to paint. Literally hate it. But it's not that I hate to paint. I hate to get started painting.
All the prepping. That's what I hate, prepping.
Well, I've got a steady enough hand. I don't need it taped off. I can just paint without it, so that helps me. But I hate to get started because all I'm thinking about is like, oh, I can go do this. Let me.
Beginning is half done.
Isn't that the hardest point with anything? Just moving.
We used to have somebody that would cut our hedge, and he would come real late, almost nighttime, and cut a little bit. And they'd say, "Oh, you'll be back tomorrow." Yeah, beginning is half done. Once he gets a start.
It's fascinating to me. Just that first step of obedience getting done. On a cold winter day, what is the hardest part of the day? Removing the covers.
Like this morning.
Because I know. I'll use the time frame this morning. I didn't do it this morning because I knew we could be later because Pastor had his surgery, so he told us to come later, don't come early, because he wouldn't be here. And till 9, and I was like, okay. But I know on my alarm clock it's set for, just say 7 o'clock. And I know that I can go 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Yes, I might be able to make it. 10 minutes. I gotta rush. Now I'm like, I have to get out of bed instead of just getting out of bed.
See, that's prepping. Every day we have to prep for everything.
Yes.
I mean, even for our life with Christ.
Yes.
Every day we have to prepare ourselves, get ourselves right with Him,
and I try to have interaction with the Father all day long, and I don't always do it. But I've never been one that when I get up and go, "Good morning, Lord. What are we going to do today?" I've never been that, because I'm like, if it takes me 15 minutes to get there, I can get up 20 minutes up, throw something on, I'm gone. I've done that most of my life, so I'm not an early lollygag around. I'll get up 3 hours early and just take my time. I'm happy-go-lucky and then get there. Nope, it's like, see, it takes 15 minutes to get here, and I know the shortcuts in case something was happening. So 20 minutes, I know it takes me long to throw something on, and my whole day's rushed. But if I've prepared, it seems like The most prepared days is sale day, because I get up at 5 in the morning and get there and just slowly start putting stuff on the table because I got up early. And because I can't look at anything now that it's dark to distract my mind, I'm starting to try to implement what I do on Sunday morning and talk to God and see what He wants to say to me. Sunday, my routine, if I implemented my Sunday routine, my life would probably be so much better. Because wherever I'm driving, and I'm slowly starting to get to that, okay, Lord, if I get in this vehicle, it's me and you. Maybe it's worship with the radio, very rarely, because I don't need music. I have background music most of the time. So I turn the radio down and I just talk. What are we doing? Hey, what's going on? Or something to hit me. Let's talk about this. Imagine if I did that every day instead of just once a week. It's like eating once a week. How many people around the world go to church once a week just because, hey, I did my church thing? And this is all they get. You guys are 1,000% ahead of them because you showed up for an extra hour, But how many people go around and, if that's their only chance to be fed by the Holy Spirit, and they're worried about feeding their gut because they're looking at the Sunday newspaper to go which grocery store they're going to get their Sunday sales, then how much more are they eating anything? It's like me, go to McDonald's all the time. I'm getting no nutrition. I'm filling a void. But in the long run, I'm deceiving myself to getting anything healthy. So people are sitting in church pews all around the world deceiving themselves, hopefully not to the ultimate end when they